Say Love Podcast is being brought to you today by F Your Feelings, the company where we don't give one F about how you feel.
Hey y'all, I know it's been a minute. Thank you for tuning in to Say Love Podcast. Cali is definitely on his way. Now where he at? I don't know. I don't want to go with the stereotypes and say that black people run on CP time. But my homeboy is running on CP time. So hopefully he pops in this bad boy real soon, right? So honestly, y'all give me a minute. I put my phone on do not disturb, right? Um, I have no clue what we're talking about. Today is definitely one of those winging it type Wednesdays, just in case you couldn't tell based on the title. And I don't want to sit here and ramble either. So, Kelly, where you at? Your girl needs your help. Because I can't do this by my well, I might be able to do it by myself. But I don't feel like I could do this by myself. That's why I got a co-host. And that's why I usually have guests. Where you at? Y'all don't know where you at. No clue. And then y'all up in here either, so I guess y'all can sit here and listen to some music with me until Callie enters the screen. I do not own the rights to any of the music that's being played. Um, no rights at all to the music that's being played. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and turn that off. Yeah, I don't want to get sued for using these people music that I do not have permission to use, right? Yeah, where my co-host at? Yeah, I'm back. Thank y'all for bearing with me while my co-host finds his way into the building.
Whew. Oh my God, I did it.
It took a while.
I did it. I'm so excited. I did it. Or like my hair had to get it, you know what I'm saying? You know.
Oh, you
I
know what's
see you.
crazy though? The last episodes, I have not had a retwist. My hair has not been twisted since since last year. I kid you not.
My cat does not want me.
Could be great ever. Cats are evil.
You know, she knows it. She thinks she run me.
Speaking of cats,
Don't be a cat hater. What's up?
You know what? That kind of makes sense. I guess that makes sense. That's why women think they run things.
Hmm.
Is that why they refer to our genitalia as cats?
I don't know why they refer to women's genitalia as cats, but I can say that cats do favor very. I can understand why they always align women with felines because yeah, they have very I got very similar characteristics, very similar characteristics.
I told my kids I'm doing the show. They just bust in the room.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Wait,
That's what my kid just tried to bust in the room, but she don't have no thumb.
you so silly.
For real, she'll be
So
back.
I don't. Y'all have not seen Cali in I don't know how long. So he needs to tell us what he been and what he been up to because y'all been seeing everybody but him on the show. So he got some explaining to do.
So, as some of you may know, I work for a very discreet company, and they had me off on a business trip. You know what I'm saying? Very hush hush type stuff. Like you gotta
This nigga
have
think he John Wick.
it's real hush hush stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know. But nah, I've just been dealing with the day to days of life and how much it can suck sometimes and drain you and have you just all over and nowhere all at the same time. It's crazy out here. But that's where I've been, you know. That's where I've been. Trying not to go crazy out here.
So in my effort of not trying not to go crazy, I think I've been going a little wild. You
Oh
know,
God.
crazy and wild is not the same thing. I have been going a little wild. The last few episodes, we definitely talked heavy on relationships, which is always a heavy topic. You
Oh my
know,
gosh.
so y'all know I
Relationship.
am out in these streets, super single.
She said out in these streets.
Oh, I'm outside. Like I am outside, bro. I even have a Tinder profile,
Ain't nothing
so
wrong with the
y'all
10
know.
10.
So y'all know I'm outside for real now. Like Tinder is the epitome of being outside,
It really is, no lie. Like
especially
that's
for a person that don't literally go outside. Like it
even
works,
though
right?
from my single friends and what I've learned about Tinder is where everybody just kind of go to hook up. Like nobody goes to Tinder for seriousness.
People have that they want to be serious on their profile. Nice,
Everybody
goofing around.
always when they say serious, they really just mean like, hey, I just want to be kind of smashing you for right now while it's convenient.
Oh, so a consistent smash. That's what they mean when they say serious.
Yeah, it's yeah, consistent.
Okay.
But
I have met some
majority,
people.
sure. I had a
Lucky number
homegirl.
three. I
I
might
had a
send him this
homegirl.
tonight.
She like, what?
I said I did meet some people. Lucky number three. I call this guy Lucky number three because he's my favorite. Like I met him. He's cool. He's cool as hell. He's lucky number three.
Okay.
Third
All
time's the
right.
charm, right?
Next show, I'm gonna ask you about him. We're gonna need an update on number three.
He's a Virgo like me.
That don't mean nothing.
No, I'm just telling you about him.
That don't mean that. Don't
I'm
I
just
hate
telling
people?
you. Wait. I'm telling you about the guy.
Okay.
He's
Well, give me
31.
better description.
He's
Okay, that's
31.
better. Okay.
He is a college graduate.
I'm about to
Because
say
I
that's a
think we talk
little.
about standards and education wise. So it's nice to meet a guy, that has some education behind him.
Mm-hmm.
He has a steady job.
All right. That's what matters right there, because the education shit, that shit. I know a
He's
lot of people with
handsome.
degrees and no jobs.
He's
Well, that's
handsome.
good. That's good. You
He
find some
has
traction.
locks. He has luscious locks, as my daughter calls them. Luscious locks.
Oh wow. Locked up, huh? So what's wrong?
As of today, nothing. Look,
Okay.
look, as of today, there's nothing wrong.
You about to
Now,
say,
what will be
what's
wrong
wrong?
later? I have no clue.
Right. You about to find out he got like 4 baby mamas.
No
No,
kids.
had no kids.
Not this one. But
I
something is
wonder
wrong.
what.
He doesn't. He doesn't like to date women with kids, but he
I
only
was
dates
gonna
women
ask
with
that.
kids.
I was gonna ask that because being a fellow 30-year-old handsome steady job having man, I also fall into that category of not really wanting to ever date women with children. I
But
did it once and it burned me, and I was like, you know what?
he only dates women with kids. That's the difference.
Well, is it that he only dates women with kids, but he don't want to date women with kids? But it's literally, it's not. It's kind of hard to find them without.
It's not because in my friend group, only two of us have kids.
I'm gonna tell you right now, again, as a man, it is
Y'all looking in
hard
the
to
wrong
find.
spots.
No, we're not. It's
Yeah,
just the
y'all are.
one. I'm gonna tell you right now, the ones that don't, it's either something wrong or they're really not that fucking attractive. We just gonna keep it a band. They're not that attractive, so nobody's really searching for them anyway. So they gonna be like that, like, or they actually practice some safe and not craziness out in their life, and just was one of the lucky few. We just gonna keep it a band. I'd just rather keep it a band.
So I'm gonna say this: the women he's dated before, they all had kids. So you
Hmm.
can't say, I don't want a woman with children, but you only date women
Because
with kids.
that, I mean, you can go into an orange farm and say you want apples, but you're gonna lead with oranges.
Let me tell you, I got kids.
Uh huh.
And as I tell people when they claim that they don't want certain things, but I could see a certain look in their face. First of all, not to sound cocky, this about to sound cocky as hell. You gonna love it over here. And I got kids, so I don't know if this is the playground you want to come play on.
See, he probably like kind of like how I was in the beginning. I was like, I don't want to, but hey, if they cool, I'm not going to just totally disregard them. But
But you should. I told him that you should.
yeah, true, you should, because it's
I'm over
like
here being fat, so excuse me when y'all see me chewing. Look, I got.
I don't show me nothing because I am hungry and I've been cooking and I ain't even get to eat yet. So don't show me anything.
Oh, I actually had a Tinder date.
How did that go?
I don't know. He didn't show up.
Well, damn.
Oh wait, no. Let me tell you, I'm not gonna do that to him. That's not what happened.
Oh, I was about to say he just ain't like what? Like he just gonna let that slide?
So when he finally decided to show up, he was like, "I'm 5 minutes out." My kids were like, "We need a ride from the school." So I was like, "Oh, gotta cancel."
Gotta cancel. That's facts. That is facts. But
I told him I'll link up with him later, but they got somebody else that
at
come in
least you
town
got
for
to
six
go to
thirty. That I'm
you
probably
got to
gonna
get
link
your
up with him.
oysters.
Huh?
I said at least you got to get your oysters.
Mm-hmm.
So you made it with that.
Oh, look, we got one person in the building. Hey, one person.
Hello.
We talking
So
about my Tinder experience.
the fun stuff.
I'm just saying, I really want to move on from this guy that I'm so stuck on, and I think Tinder is going to help me get there. You know,
I don't think so. I was just good. I mean, but you know what they always say: to get over somebody, you got to get under somebody else. So I don't know. Maybe encouraging the shits. I see. Like I'm just saying, like
I'm
that's
just
just what
saying.
I've been. That's what I've been told.
So let me tell you.
'Cause
So let me tell you. Fuck till you feel
Mhm.
better.
Until you feel better.
Fuck
I don't
till
feel
you
like I don't feel like you will ever feel better about that. So
if you bust enough nuts, you definitely do feel better. Fuck what you talking about.
I guess I'm gonna let you have that one. That's on you. That's on you. What I like to do is not
No, you go
bust.
heal and meditate in the corner. Nobody asked you for that.
No, I ain't. I don't even gonna say none of that. I go have fun. But what I really, I ain't gonna lie. What I like to do and what helped me all the time was I like to dangle. I like to dangle a little bit in your face. You're not gonna get it, but you know, especially because women don't have no riz. They ain't got no game. So it just be funny.
Shit.
It'd be fun. It'd be fun just like listening to it, or they just catch attitude and just be like, "You're lost." It's like, but did I? but did I? Did I lose? I didn't. But I had fun though.
I know you lying.
For
I don't
real.
have
That's
time.
it.
But you know, I'm be
Huh?
honest. So I will say Tinder has taught me that my tolerance is super low. Like I already knew it was low, but it's like super low.
You
Super.
should try Bumble.
When people- I just whatever I realized at this stage in my life, then I'm not really into bullshit. And I already knew
That's
I wasn't into bullshit, but I'm
uh-huh.
extremely like can't do it.
You should
There's
try
a
Bumble. I'm only saying that because with Bumble you have to respond first. Like you can like somebody's stuff and they like it back, but you actually have to initiate and start the conversation.
and that's fine. I conversate with these people. Conversate is not even a word, but I engage with these people, and these people
That's
still
a
get on my
that's a
nerves.
better word. And that's why I do the dangle method because people gonna get on your nerves a lot faster after especially when you're trying to get over somebody, because they already got you all messed up and fucked up in the head. So now it's like when other people come around, you don't have tolerance, in which you actually might should, because a lot of times people don't even know how to come at other people because everybody's so different. So when you out and you trying to deal with new people and meet new people, you kind of have to have a higher tolerance because everybody's so different. But you be stuck on that last person with all of their bullshit. That anything that remotely seem like them or just gives you vibes of them, you automatically like bullshit.
Speaking
This is what I
of,
don't like.
so I spoke to the guy I was supposed to meet today. Right, today was our first
Mm-hmm.
time speaking on the phone, and I can't even say what I want to say because this person might be watching, and you know the person I'm talking about. But this person reminded me of somebody, and I was like, "Can I talk to this person? Because I might have PTSD."
What they
I can't,
reminded you
I can't tell you. Then I just said, "I
of?
can't." He that shall not be named. He like I'm just saying.
Oh my God. So I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you on that one. I hear you. We're gonna talk about that one later.
You know what's crazy? Speaking of
What's up?
PTSD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Currently, there's a documentary being made, and this is a serious topic. There's a documentary being made about first responders and how they should receive benefits from
Oh,
the same
definitely.
benefits that vets receive for the PSD that they experience in the
Mm-hmm.
field. How do you feel about that?
I'm 100% with it. My best friend's dad was a fireman for very many years, and just some of the stuff that he's talked about, like just some of the scenes that he had to go pull up on and pull people out of, and I don't see how it don't mess with people. Like, there's no way it can't not mess with you. Like, these dudes is pulling out, pulling up on car wrecks with like whole dead families and stuff. Like, that's not something that you just be like, oh, okay, yep, clocked out, I'm good. Like, nah. So I'm definitely with that. My sister, she's a nurse, and she mostly works with like children who are basically vegetables, or like in comatose states and things like that. Like the worst one, she had to call me and just vent. It was a kid. He went snowboarding in the mountains. He fell and hit his head on some ice. He didn't have a helmet on, and like he was kind of getting better, moving, moving his toes and stuff, and then just a few days later was just done. And when I say that crushed her, like I know she's still a little traumatized about it. Like she kind of talks about him a lot. So and that's been years ago. So I am more than yes, they definitely need it. They definitely need it.
So around Mardi Gras, and of course, you don't get details for things like this, but around Mardi Gras, there was an accident, and the guy's heart was out his chest.
No, the guy what?
His heart, can you hear
Uh
me
huh.
clearly?
Yeah.
His heart
Uh huh.
was literally out his chest.
Okay, so
So they answered the scene for this accident, and the guy's
mhm.
heart is literally out his chest.
Okay, I thought I heard you right the
Yes,
first two times. I heard
these
okay,
are some of the
okay.
things that first
Yeah,
responders see that people don't talk about. And even if we
yeah,
don't talk about the gruesome things they see, like what about police officers dealing with some of these child abuse cases and domestic violence cases and things like that? I just
right.
feel like they should receive the same benefits because you got to be like that's why they're alcoholics. That's why they cheat.
That's why they're alcoholics.
It's either gonna be sex, drugs, or alcohol. And let's be honest, alcohol should kind of fall under the umbrella of drugs because alcohol is also addictive and things like that.
I honestly, to me, I feel like alcohol should be up there with like meth and heroin. Like
It's just as addictive,
it's addictive and more people die from it than most drugs that are
right?
like illegal. And that's the crazy part. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of alcohol. I'm actually kind of stopped drinking myself because it's just nah, nah. I'm good on it. I would rather you smoke. I'd rather you smoke. I would rather you be a cokehead before I'd rather you be an alcoholic. Just being honest. At least I know you're gonna get something done.
You know what's crazy too? How common it is to do coke. Like coke is so common. Like
Man,
people go do
okay.
a line and keep it moving.
Wait. So let me tell you this. Since we're on this type of subject right now, I didn't. All right. I've always been a great people person. You notice I can read anybody. Like anybody, I can just you a book. So when I first moved to the city, and I was working at this hotel, nice prominent downtown hotel, one of the big tall ones, and I always knew that people were just a little off how I was reading them. But I'm like, I'm in a new city, so maybe this is just how people kind of are. I'm just trying to get used to it. And until I just realized, no, everybody's high. Like everybody on, and it's not like no, they about to go smoke some weed and stuff. Like nah, they on like real life drugs, and it seemed like the higher the level of the person was the harder the drugs. Because I'm talking about like real life, like CFOs and CEOs on like meth and like this heavy stuff. You just be like, so that Lexus and that nice suit don't mean nothing.
At all.
You a crackhead,
And you
like
know what?
you
Somebody
a crackhead.
asked. There was a somebody asked on Twitter, "What's the difference between cocaine and crack?" And one person was like, "Baking
Baking
soda,
soda,
right?"
baking soda.
But I kid you not, it is. But another person said, one person go watch your child, the other one go
And
sell
I'm
your
gonna go
child,
sell them. Yeah,
which is so crazy that baking soda makes a huge difference. I don't know what's in baking soda.
it's don't want to
Don't
give
tell
myself
yourself,
away.
but don't tell yourself.
I
Don't tell
was,
yourself.
yeah, you know what I'm saying.
If the FBI watches, I have no clue. All I think it is baking soda. Oh Lord.
Oh my real damn man.
If
Okay.
anybody's watching in law enforcement, FBI,
We don't
CIA,
know what you're
whoever
talking
y'all
about, bro. We don't know
I
what
have
you're
no
talking
clue.
about.
Lovely has no clue. I really just thought it was making fun with her because I do not know. I have no
Mm,
clue.
mm, mm, mm.
That is my that is my
Mm,
defense.
mm, mm. I don't know what they're talking about neither.
That's my defense.
I don't know nothing about nothing.
Because Cal, he's not about to have me go to jail with his mushroom poster in the background.
You see me, right? Now, since you noticed that and you want to point that out, do you know that they're actually looking into mushrooms and LSD to treat PTSD?
I can see that.
I can too. There was this I don't know, I was just reading this dude stuff at work today. I can't think of his name right now. He did a few interviews. He's like a, I don't know if he's a doctor or a scientist, but either way, he got a doctor in his name. Basically, he was kind of speaking on LSD usage on PTSD, and he was kind of trying to explain to people, what it is, like what LSD is and what it does to your mind, basically. And I just thought that it was the most coolest analogy because he kind of really put it in perspective for me on, how you feel and what it does basically. And he was saying like your mind is a hill full of snow, right? So just picture your mind as a big hill full of snow, and your thoughts are sleds going down the hill. And whenever you think about something, that sled goes down, and the more that sled goes down, it begins to create tracks. To where no matter what you think about, that thought is going to go down that track. So if you always on something negative or something always turn negative when you're thinking about it, it's going down that same track. So when you take mushrooms or LSD, you basically just putting a whole new fresh set of snow on that hill to like not really change your mind, but basically kill your ego or kill what you feel like you think you know to actually open up your mind to, oh, maybe I can do this instead of this. And when he kind of brought that out, I was like, dang, that's tight. And I can see how that would help PTSD because it's like, all right, if I see flashing red lights, I'm automatically like, they coming for me. But you get that new fresh, snow on that mind, and you're like, well, where are they going? Instead of they're coming for me. Now let me just, instead of me automatically thinking I ain't do nothing, why am I tripping about that? Let me just go and look and see. So I just thought that was something cool since I wanted to bring up
But you know what?
my
So
my streams.
thinking about how times have changed, like you were talking about the drug use and things like that, and the whole concept of the war on drugs. And I don't even know how deep I want to get into the war on drugs, because basically the war on drugs was mainly to attack the black community.
Enslaved black men.
Yeah, even further than what they did. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but to just look at it and how now we're taking the same drugs that were demonized, and using them for medicinal reasons. Or we
Mm-hmm.
going to go back and address everything prior, or we just going to
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and legalize the fact that we want legal practice on the street. Like, you okay with people, doing
Yeah.
it for real? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm for it because it's no different than if you go get a slip from the doctor.
My thing is, if you're going to do drug reform,
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I'm about to go off on my, I'm about to stand on my heel to die, right?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, because this has triggered something in me. But if we're going to talk about drug reform and true drug reform and so forth and so on, and how we moving forward with this, at some point we really truly have to sit down and talk about people who went to jail for whatever crime. And I know we have some people that actually work on things like this, where we look at getting people sentences lowered and getting them out of jail and things like that. So we have projects that do stuff like that, right? Kudos to
Mm-hmm.
them. Shout out to them for doing that. This is my hill I'm about to die on. I am sick and tired of all these activists who want things to change, right? We put all this shit into place. We need mental health care. So let's get rid of all the mental health care let's get rid of all the mental health care facilities, right? because we're holding you against your will because that's not right. And they stop it, and then they don't implement anything else for people to get the help that they need. Or, I'm gonna take it a step further. I might piss off a couple of niggas now. But the whole Black Lives Matter and we care about black people, and the only thing that you do is walk in the street, but we're not talking about education reform in black schools. And because that matters if you're a black life. We're not talking about what about healthcare reform? Because that matters if you're black life, right? Black life doesn't just take place when you become an adult and get killed by the police. So black lives truly matter, right? Does black life not start in the womb? Like I understand we have programs like we have programs like Medicaid and things like that, but everybody don't qualify for everything.
And WIC was started by the Black Panthers, right?
No, I know until the government shut them down and took it and made it seem like it was them.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you know.
Oh, I know.
'Cause we started WIC.
So I'm just saying, but I just feel like we get on these whole rants about what needs to change, and then we don't have answer anything to put in place. Like that bothers me.
And see, and I get your argument of it and everything too, because that bothers me too. But at the end of the day, we can scream from the top, the tallest hill, the tallest mountain. But at the end of the day, we need those groups like Black Lives Matter and all of that because at the end of the day, everything is money. And we ain't giving them no money to do none of it that they asking for. I don't know nobody who quick to give up no money to put up for none of it. So
Let me tell
the
you,
small groups that we do have, they do actually do some of those things. They actually do go into schools and all of that.
what
Like,
do you see? What do you see, bro? Let me tell you.
and don't go off of nothing on what you see on the news
No, no,
because
no,
you
no, no, no,
already know
no,
what gets
no, no, no,
reported.
no, no. So my goal before I leave this planet, and I always tell people this, is to open a community center for at-risk juveniles and juveniles that have already been in the system. So that
Mhm.
means damn near every juvenile in New Orleans will have a chance to go to the community center. If I have to open up multiple community centers, I will because this is my passion, right?
Mhm.
Because we forget about teenagers all the time. We just complain about whatever they do.
Right.
So my me saying something needs to be done is actually me saying what do I need to do to get this done. So
Now,
if Chris, like, I don't know how to do grant writing, I don't know how to do none of this and none of that, right? But I have a job that offers classes for this to happen. So I can write my own grant. So I can get things in place. So I can get things implemented. I'm gonna do what it takes to learn. Period. So we can say that we have these groups that do X, Y, and Z, and we do. Like I'm gonna shout out Son of a Saint because Son of a Saint does help kids and stuff like that.
mhm.
Shout out to them. So you do have smaller groups that do some things, but these loud groups that want to be seen. Let me tell you, I always have an issue with people that want to be seen. It's one thing to be a face of a movement. It's another thing just to be want to be seen for the movement. It's completely different. When you're the face of the movement, the people chose you. When you want to be seen, you chose yourself. BLM does not represent me, especially when I know the history, when I know that it wasn't founded by us sitting in the room and it's founded by a white guy that put up the money to get to these black women to be the front, to be the faces of it. That's not like no. And that's cool that we have quote unquote allies. But guess what? Our allies really don't understand either. And our allies get to go home and be in their big houses and donate money to a front and never really see what happens. And it only happens like, and let's be real, people only care when somebody dies. After the people die, nobody cares. You hear about it for a couple of months, and then you hear for on the anniversary, oh, this is the anniversary of this person's death, and then it goes away. I'm
I
just
don't.
saying.
I don't know. Well, I feel like when you look at it through industry side of things or like a media side, of course, because they on to the next story. Like, but as far as the people on ground zero who's actually dealing with it, it never really stops.
And it
Like
should.
and I'm only saying that. I'm only saying that because just from my side of the family, especially my mom. Shout out to mom, dude. She's she won't say it, but she's pretty much like an activist for me. Like she and I love that about her. Like right now, she's with the Cajun Navy. She's working with the Cajun Navy in Mississippi, and I think actually no, it's in Silvertown. I want to say because they just had a tornado a few days ago, and she's over there helping with the cleanup. She was there for the Gina 6 incident and went back after it was still over with and done to check on the kids and everything. Like, it's it depends. Like I said, it just depends. If you're looking at it from the media side, as soon as it's over, as soon as everything's said and done, the story's done, then yeah. And even the fake people the fake supporters, it's only going to be a topic to them while it's hot.
Right.
Then something else is going to come around. But people who are actually doing it, putting the legwork in, actually putting in money and helping all that, it never ends. It
Like
never
for me,
ends.
I'm really big when it comes to education reform, and I think that's because I grew up with a teacher. My mom's a
And
teacher.
do you not see how hard they fighting right now in Florida to stop this critical race theory and all these other little bills that they're trying to sign over?
Let me tell you, Florida
Like
is Florida. I don't at this
I
point.
always say we need to
I'm
just
gonna be honest, and this might sound bad. I don't even acknowledge Florida at this point.
nobody
Florida,
acknowledges Florida.
outside of Miami and Tampa, Orlando,
All
shout out to you, Mickey
all
Mouse.
of them
Like
all of them
outside of
are still
that,
counted. All of them, Miami, Tampa, all of them is included. I don't know what you're talking about.
well, no, I enjoy myself when I go to Miami.
I, all of them are included.
I'm just saying, like I'll go fly to Miami and what they say, hi girl, I
I'd
might
rather
have a
go to
little hot girl
California.
weekend and come back
I'd
home.
rather, I'd rather go sit in the California beach.
I like it. I like California too.
I want to go. If you've never seen it or heard about it, check out Glass Pearl Beach. It's dope.
All right,
It's California. Miami could never.
all right.
Hmm.
Well, Florida, y'all remember Bugs Bunny cut them off the United States before?
For real, they should have been cut them off.
Did you not see the? So that's a cartoon, and it shows Bugs Bunny. I'm gonna have to show you the.
Mhm. I
I'm
think
gonna
I
send
seen
it.
it.
Yeah, but Bugs Bunny actually do cut them off from the United States because Florida is Florida. Like I don't at this point, I have paid no attention to Florida.
Like I feel like they should just like all of the Republicans and everything should just move to Florida, and then a hurricane come.
But look at Mississippi. Mississippi was implementing what was it?
Oh, trust me, I know. I live here.
Oh yeah. So tell
Yeah.
us what's going on in Mississippi.
So as far as I haven't dug deep into it yet because from what I see, I don't think it had got passed. But they got some Jim Crow laws that they just, you know, kind of put out. And then on top of that, in this little small, like you can ride through that town in like 2 minutes. They had a guy go missing and show up like a few months later, and his whole body is decomposed, which a little something. Bodies don't decompose in a matter of a month or two.
Right.
And all they got is his spine and his skull, which is crazy. And he went to the police station not once, but twice for help because he said that he felt like he was in danger and he was being followed around by three guys in the truck. And they sent him on his way.
Uh,
So that's something else. What else? There was one more thing. It's always something in Mississippi,
I'm
but
gonna be honest. I feel like I can feel the oppression when I enter the state line. Like time I cross the state line, I can feel the oppression. I do not feel comfortable in Mississippi.
I don't feel comfortable in Mississippi, and I live here. Like it's just it. As long as you know, I'm gonna say wherever you at, stay where you at. Once you get dark, just go inside. Cause as soon as you see blue lights, you never stop seeing blue lights. Like
But you know
even
what?
where I stay now, you always like every day there's somebody pulled over, and it ain't nothing going on around here. Ain't nobody living like that around here, but they have nothing to do at
So
all.
I have this young white guy on my job, and I make comments like that to him. Like he's a really nice guy. I don't know him outside of work, so he's a very nice guy. Dot 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 at work. And we often talk about race relations things like that. He's not
Mm-hmm.
from here. Um, he went to college in Vermont, so they was like Vermont is the whitest state in the United States and things like
Yo,
that.
I can't even tell you where Vermont is at.
He's from Connecticut and he went to school in Vermont.
I can't even
But
say.
he's a really nice guy. But I often make comments like, man, to be a white man in America, like I just feel like he has so much privilege, like so much. He like you can tell he's walking privilege, like everything about him screams, I'm privileged. And I told him I was like outside, bro. I
Just
told him
free.
outside of work I wouldn't even talk to him. Like if I didn't know him in the work setting, he's not a
Yeah,
white person that I would ever talk to outside of work. I'm
they
happy
got
I
some.
got to know him at work.
Yeah, they got some people like that, and especially in the workplace, because sometimes they be putting on that work face, and it's like, you seem like a snitch. Like,
No, 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 no. Listen, who he is who he is.
okay, that's
So,
cool.
so my thing is, he's not a bad person, but just based off looks alone, and people we judge you based on how you look. That's just who we are. But based off looks alone, I was like, you give me Tiki Torch.
Oh, now you will not replace us.
Exactly. And I'm so glad I got a chance to get to know him because if not, I would have very much believed that he was Tiki Torch. But he and I have really great conversations about race and things like that, and he's willing to learn about race and some stuff he don't understand. Like when he asked about the police department and he didn't understand policing and things like that. I feel like more white people need to be like that. Like you gotta want to know, you gotta want to learn and ask questions and have a better understanding, so we can have better race relations.
Yeah, and that's all I feel like it is. Is just for one, for the main part of it is fear, and like people who don't know, they be like, "Oh, I'm not scared. I'm not scared." And it's like, yeah, you are. You're fearful. Fear is just a sense of not knowing. You don't know, and you don't what you don't know, you don't understand, so you fear it. And I'm like, you know, as black people, I feel like it's so much easier for us, to be around white people because they're not scaring us, and we have the experience of being around them. They don't have the experience of being around us.
I'm not gonna say that black. I feel like some black people hate them out of fear. I'm
I
gonna be
say
honest.
I would
I've
say
met some black people that have never interacted with white people before and can't stand white people. Like
hmm
at least interact with some of them and let them piss you off first before you go on your I hate Susie rant or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't hate people that you don't know anything about except the history book, because then I feel like you're just as bad as they are. In
see.
history, no, I'm just saying you have to
No,
do
I get
that.
what you're saying. And you kind of, I feel like you describing my coworkers. Not playing, but I'm gonna say the older generation, they were like that a lot to me. Just
No,
looking
I
at
think
them,
the
even
older
now.
no, no, no. The older generation grew up in this generation of where, like, my mom grew up walking past a hanging tree every morning.
hmm
Like, she went to school and walked past a hanging tree. The older generation actually experienced all the foolishness. So if
I
they
ain't talking
know,
about no. I ain't talking about that old now. Ain't, like
my
not
mama
not
got
our
it.
not our grand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like not our grandparents'
Oh
age.
yeah, my
Like I'm
mom.
talking
Well, I
about
think
like,
my mom is grandparent age.
well, yeah,
I
cause
keep forgetting you
yeah, you got
young.
kids. Yeah, but I'm just saying, well, older. I don't like I don't like the fact how they'll be like that. But as soon as a white person come around and say, "Oh, hey, sir, how you doing, sir? Let me help you." Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, what was all of that you was talking? You know, we ain't got to be like that no more, right? Like, hey,
You know you ain't gotta clean your shoes no more for a nickel. Like,
yeah, like that shit get man, that burns me up because they be like, "Hold on, y'all, hold on, y'all, chill out, that white guy right there." Okay, and then it's like, in the part that really irks me is it don't matter if it's a clean cut, dirty, bum, like whatever. It's white. Oh, there go that white man over there. You
I'm gonna
talking
be
about the
honest.
one digging
I
in his
just have to
ass?
stop myself from saying the N word because sometimes, like, some of them do some stuff and everyone is saying nigga. Like, what
That's
is
what it
wrong with
is.
you?
That's because
Like,
sometimes you have to.
I keep
Sometimes you
like
have
looking
to.
at them. I'm like, nigga, what the hell? But I can have to
Yeah.
catch myself.
Yeah, I'll be quick like, what's wrong with this nigga? Nigga tripping. This nigga, look at this. And then you're like, come on, man. You know, it's just because there's no other way to describe it. It's like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy over here. No. If they doing something weird and stupid, you can't help it but just be like, look at this nigga.
Right.
Like, it don't. I guess that's you can throw that into our AA. What's AAVE? AAV?
Nigga. Like, you gotta say it like that. Because it's not for just
Yeah.
nigga. It's like,
It's not.
nigga. You gotta do that high, that high.
No, it's two. No, it's really three different ways. You can be like, nigga. Then you gotta do like the stale face where you're like, nigga.
Right.
Nigga. Like you can't talk, you can't move your lips, you just gotta kinda look and like point with your foot. When you're trying to be sneaky, point with your feet, be like,
Right.
look at this nigga.
I said,
But that's real. That shit's for real.
man.
That shit for real. They don't understand though. They don't understand. You gotta use it sometimes. Oh, there go my cat. You wanna come in? Yeah.
I don't know if y'all was tuned in earlier when he compared women to cats.
I sure did.
And he said that's why they call our cat.
No, I did not. I said I don't know why they say that because that just seems
Yo,
strange to me.
whoever can find out why they call our cats, I'll give you $25.
I'm about to Google it right now. I need that 25. I'm broke.
If one of y'all can put in the comments why they call cats.
I'm about to put it in the comments right now. I'm about to drop it right now.
I might put that on Instagram. I promise you. Cause why
I
they
don't
call
care.
y'all like they don't call y'all dogs?
Lovely.
So why
I
like
don't
our
care.
cats?
I don't care where you post it. I'm going to answer your question for that $25.
Somebody tell me why is it called a cat?
No.
Is it because it's
And they do
hairy?
call us dogs. They call
They do
us
not call
dogs.
y'all penis a dog.
They say they're like hot dogs.
They do not call it a dog. They call it a dick.
They call it a wiener.
Like they call ours. No,
What's
ours.
another word for a wiener? A hot dog.
They do not call it a no. They call ours
And
a
then they
cat.
know. And then they
What's
don't even.
another word
You
for a
know
cat?
what?
What's
No,
another word for
y'all
a
so
cat?
disrespectful. Y'all so
What's another word for
disrespectful.
a cat?
Y'all don't even call our parks dogs. Y'all just call us dogs.
Cause y'all are. So what's another word
See,
for a cat?
just like y'all cats.
What's another word
Right?
for a cat?
Vagina.
No. An actual cat.
A feline.
The P word, nigga. Don't be stupid.
A panther.
I'll be a panther. You
Now,
say I got my pack on too?
I learned something. Actually, did you know? Hold on, this is a fun fact because I like animals. So panthers aren't black. There's
No,
no,
they just
there's
dark.
no, no, there's no actual thing as a panther.
I thought they were cougars, leopards or whatever. They melanated
They're
leopards.
either, yeah, they're either a melanated leopard or jaguar,
Yeah, they
and they
just
still have
melanated.
their spots. They still have their spots. They're just dark.
Yeah, I knew
I
that
said
already.
that's cool. And here's another thing that
You still, I know. I want to know why a cat is called a cat.
easy because when you touch it, it purrs.
I like that answer. Yeah, I
Do
like
I
that.
get my 25?
No, that's not the real answer. That's a good answer though. That's a good answer.
Trying to go buy me a bottle before the store closed.
That is a really good answer though. I like that. I'm gonna have to use. I'm gonna tell somebody that touch it so it can purse. Ooh,
Don't
call
steal
me
my
Big
stuff.
Purse.
Don't be trying to steal my stuff.
Look,
Don't be trying to steal my stuff.
I wonder how they come up with these nicknames. It
I
does.
don't know. That's a
Now the
that
wiener, I kind of understand.
see
No, it. Come on,
see
it does make sense.
see. Now, when I made the comparison to women and cats, have you ever just pet a cat and it was like all cool and loving it, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, stop touching me.
No, because I don't like cats.
Well, yeah.
I thought you were
You
going
ain't
to
never,
say,
you
no, no,
ain't
no, no,
never,
no. Look,
no,
look,
no, no,
no,
no,
look. I thought
no.
you were going to say when you pet a cat and it alters it back. Like, because sometimes you pet a cat and it, my mind, look, my mind was not going where your mind was going. Because that, I'm just saying, we were not on the same page.
They have nails. They have nails, okay? They love their nails and they make sure they keep them clean and they like to be clean. They have a little strut when they walk, just like how women do, you
But not
know.
all cats like to be clean.
Huh?
He said that he's on to something. Whatever. No, you on to something. We
Like,
y'all
I'm
really
just saying that like y'all like women and cats have a lot of similarities. Like you can't just fuck over a cat. You can fuck over a dog. You can kick a dog, not feed a dog, whatever. He's gonna come with that same energy. He's gonna be happy to see you no matter what. A cat, you gotta do right by a cat, no matter what. If, as soon as that cat not feeling you, it's up from there on, and they don't forget. They do not forget. If you mess with it or you did something wrong to it and you come back around, it's up there. They're not gonna forget. A dog, they'll be like, oh well, that was that other day, but he gave me a head pat today, so we're good. Like totally different. It's totally different, and y'all share a lot of similarities.
but that still doesn't answer. So women and cats are similar.
Yes,
But
y'all have
why?
very similar traits and
But
characteristics.
why is a
You're
vagina
tall. I
called
don't know.
a cat?
I don't know.
Where did that come
That
from? I bet you it was a black person that came up with that shit too. 'Cause that
that
didn't
don't
make
even
sense.
sound. I don't feel like that's a black person thing. I just don't feel like a black person would just be like, "I'm gonna call that a pussy." Like I just don't. I don't see that. I don't see that. I just don't see that.
What about twat? What is twat? What is
That sounds black. that 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 sounds
I'm
like
just trying to figure
somebody's
out how
grandma.
we get these nicknames. These names makes no sense, bro.
I mean, some stuff
I
when you really
apologize, y'all. Y'all into the X-rated part, I guess, because I'm just trying to figure out how we come up with these names.
look, you'll be surprised how some of these names get started. Like I've always been into that, just kind of seeing where stuff came from.
But you know what? I'll never call it a cock. Cock just sounds weird.
But why is that the same thing for a chicken? You know what I'm saying? See, that don't make no sense.
I guess because you ring the chicken neck. Well, not the. Let me put my. But I'm trying to do the motion without. Fuck.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't need that. We don't need that going on.
I am so sorry. But
You
y'all know,
gotta
like, but you
you
give it
gotta
up,
do
like,
that. You gotta do that on your OF.
I'm sorry, y'all. I did not mean to be vulgar.
Oh my
But you do ring
god.
the chicken neck, right?
Yeah.
Have you
Hmm.
ever, you know how to, like,
I don't know. I ain't never had to kill a chicken. Mine come in a package.
but you, like that,
Hmm.
like this.
What?
Okay.
Hmm. I don't
You
know. You
choke
got
the
kids. I
chicken.
don't. I don't know what none of that is.
You don't do that?
I don't have children.
No, you
I
don't
don't
do
do
that to
nothing.
you?
I don't do nothing. I go to work and I watch TV.
And your hands are clean.
I just watched them. I was cooking. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't never had to kill a chicken before.
He makes me sick. I hate that I know how to kill a chicken. That's the worst part. Like,
Oh, you know how to kill it. You know how to kill the chicken. Damn. See?
but they know my dumb ass have to show you how. Like, because like I'm really about to show you the hand movement. Like, yeah, you just do like this. Yeah.
Ha!
Right.
How you
Bruh.
just grab it?
Yeah, I'm about to get all into it too.
Oh my god, bro! I can't believe you. You was really. I was like,
Yo,
I'm not going in for this one. No, ma'am.
I
No,
was.
ma'am.
No, I really had to catch myself.
No, ma'am. They gonna ask me, do I? I
So
don't know what
for
you're
the
talking
five
about.
people that's in here,
I don't know what
whoever finds out,
Why do
whoever
they
can
call
tell
it?
me why vagina is called a cat, I will cash app you $25.
She don't want to give it to me. I know the answer.
He said, because when you rub it, it purrs. I don't think that's the real answer. But if anybody can tell me why a
Oh,
vagina
come
is
on,
called,
umbrella effect. Find out.
I will
What is the
cash app
answer?
you $25. Fuck, at this point, I'll take a creative ass answer because somebody got to know something. I ain't gonna lie, I did like your answer though. And oh, and the other one so it's two parts. And what else you want to know? Why is a penis called a cock? But that's some white people shit, bro. I don't know if I
I
really
just
want to
don't
know that one.
understand that one. I don't want to know that one.
I don't want to know that one. Y'all can keep that one. Just tell me why vagina is called a cat. You get $25. Come make this money.
Okay, wait. I found the good answer, but I'm gonna give it like another minute for somebody to answer the question. Oh,
Wait. He Googled it too?
whoa! KP about to get that 25.
Originally, the word pussy as a slang term was a affectionate word for a woman or girl seen as having characteristics associated with cats, such as
Mm,
sweetness. The term evolved over time to simply mean female genitalia and became the vulgar. I know he lying. He definitely Googled this answer.
yes.
There's a second part of his answer. That's what you Google too?
So I had a creative one that I liked.
So give
It
me the one
says,
that you like.
it just says because cats clean themselves and vaginas are self cleaning.
That makes sense as well.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So KP, did you Google this? Look, you know my
Drop that cash out, yo. Drop that
look,
cash out.
you
Give
know
it up.
my number. Send me the request so I can send you the 25.
We.
Wait, no, he
He was
said you was
right.
right.
I know. I'm
He said you
telling
was
you.
right.
And this is just me off of just sitting back and observing. I ain't even Googled that and even asked that question before. But that was
No,
just
his was like all detailed and I'm about to get my PhD in vagina. Like, and
basically now he was talking about because of how I was saying it's the characteristics of women and
let me tell
cats. Y'all
you,
have something similar.
KP was going off and getting his PhD in vaginal terminology. Okay,
Very much so.
but KP came up with an answer. Do we
And
agree
P
with his
stands
answer?
for cat professional.
Are we taking his answer?
I like that answer. That's a good answer. Yeah. Most
So,
definitely. Ain't nobody else answer yet.
anybody else got an answer before we give it to KP? If you come up with a better answer, Callie answer was pretty good too. But Callie can't make no money. We in this show together. Ain't no money for him.
Just need a little 25, go down and talk to my partner, go get those little bags,
If nobody else want it, KP, look, make sure you send it to the. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do stuff like this
Ooh,
every Wednesday. We gonna come up with a
25,
question. Y'all
man,
can make a little money.
25.
I don't know
That's
if it's
a
gonna be
good
25 every Wednesday, but y'all can make a little money every Wednesday. I
that's
don't know what the question is gonna be next week. This shit
that's
is
a
random as fuck. So you find out when you tune in. But KP, send me the matter of fact, this is how we gonna do it. Send me the Cash App request. I'ma pay you. And please post it on your page so people can
to
know
show that
that
we got
look,
it.
they love podcasts. We keep our word over here. So that's
I'm
how we
feeling
gonna
good
do
because I was right.
it. I'm just saying.
Woo. I was right.
That makes sense though. I like your answer too. That because the cat is self cleaning. You're right.
mm, 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 mm.
But yeah, we've been on this bad boy. Well, I've been on this
It's an
bad boy for
hour.
an hour.
I got
My
like two. I was
co-host kind
like
of
two
left the
minutes
house
late.
for a minute.
Look, I was cooking and my potatoes wasn't finished.
We wasn't here last week, but we'll definitely be here next week. If y'all
Most
trying to come make
definitely.
a little money, tune in because we got another question next week. I don't even know what we're talking about next week, but if
I'm
y'all
trying to
tune
find
in,
us a sponsor.
we're gonna have a random ass question next week too.
I'm gonna find something hard that y'all can't just up and Google.
I ain't gonna lie, I think that was kind of hard too.
I don't feel like that was hard. That one was easy.
No, KP wasn't here from the beginning when we started talking about it. And look how long it took him to find that answer.
True, he just thought about looking it up.
So, of course, as always, shout out to those who always rock with us. We really, really do appreciate you guys. Without you, there is no us. We can't do
It's
this without
not.
them. You said, wait, what you say?
I said yeah, I was like, it's not. Without them, there's no us.
So we appreciate those who come and support and show us love. We know this was a bullshit ass episode.
But it's awesome. We had a lot of laughs.
We had a lot of laughs. We found out why our vagina is a cat. Hey,
We found out why the time is
it's in the
okay.
comments if you want to know. We know why it's a cock because you know how you kill the chicken. If you were here, I demonstrated it. I can't show you again. It was two. It was
Well,
two
why
eggs.
did they call? Never mind. You know what?
No, no.
No,
Ask that
no,
question.
no, no.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Joe for always support. Shout out to KP for always supporting. These are two people I know for a fact that always support no matter what. Anybody else, Teak would usually support as well.
I
Anybody
most
that always
definitely
comes
say
through and
that.
show us love. Like we really, really do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for always showing up. We got words of wisdom for tonight.
Words of wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, shout out to my Tinder dates too. I'm going on a Tinder date when we get off of here. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's the words of wisdom?
Y'all say no, no, no. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Words of wisdom for today is a cat's a cat. One scratch, the other
That
one
is
licks.
my words of wisdom. We not doing it. We're not doing it.
One scratches and the other one licks.
One scratch, the other one licks.
hmm
I don't like that. Y'all, you know what?
hmm That's it. That's it. That's the post.
So
That-
how about this? Real words of wisdom is be you. Because there's nobody else that can be you. So fuck what anybody else have to say. Who else can be you? There's only one me, there's only one you. There's imitators, but there's no one else that can be you. I'm just saying. So once again, thank you guys. Check us out next week. Like I said, you all make a little money. Tune in. We're gonna have that question ready for y'all.
yeah.
Good night.
Go to sleep, everybody.
It's 8 o'clock. Ain't no go to sleep. Y'all, bye.